we want to be perfect. We want to do everything right. And the idea that we're going to mess up our child, you don't mess up your child. All right. But if we don't take care of ourselves as women, we are going to be of no use to our baby. And that's really what it comes down to. And it's the same thing when you get on an airplane and the pilot says, if, in case the oxygen mask comes down, they don't say, moms, put it on your children first and then put yours on, because you're going to be of no use if you're worn down, and you're going to be of no use. And one of the things that you just said, like about being guilty, what causes guilt is this idea of should. Mm-hmm. So if you find your mind going into should, you need to redirect that, because once your mind clicks into should, I should sleep with my baby. What happens is the minute you say should, what gets activated is guilt or resentment. There's nowhere else to go. Your resentment will come out if you do. Your guilt will come out if you don't. And you're locked into this guilt and resentment power struggle. So what we want to do is we want to turn it around and say, I want to sleep with my baby. My baby's only going to be 6 months old for 1 month. That's it. After that, she's not 6 months old anymore. So if we put it into more of a positive perspective and we say, this is my baby. I get such a small window for a 1 month old, or I get such a small window for a 2 month old. Why don't I just enjoy that instead of getting caught up in what I should be doing? Because if you get caught up in should, you're caught between guilt and resentment, and you're going to be miserable because there's no way out.
Should is it leads to either guilt or resentment. It's so true. I mean, that's exactly right. Yeah. So let's not should on ourselves.
Well, exactly. And I'll tell you something that goes across the board on, because so much of it, and it also depends on your attachment style. Like, if you have, let's say, a little bit more of an anxious, preoccupied attachment style, you're going to constantly be comparing to other mothers, and everybody else is doing a great job. And, you comparing yourself to somebody is one of the worst things you can do, because you're more focused on your thoughts than on your relationship with your baby. And the baby is sitting there not even involved in your thoughts about what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So my recommendation is that we focus on the relationship between the mother and the baby. And we have to be kind to ourselves. We're in it for the long haul. And when I say 18 years, you're what, at year 14 right now?
Yeah.
That seems like a long time. But if you break it down and say, gosh, she's only 1 month for 1 month, or she's only a year at 1 year, she's only 2 for 1 year, or she's only 3 for 1 year. When you break it down into those kind of stages, you enjoy it so much more, because it's not this like life sentence ahead of you that you have to be perfect for the next 18 years. It doesn't work that way. It's staying in the moment.
Be present. Exactly. Yeah. It's just, be present and the stories, right? Like you're talking about, like that storytelling mind, and getting some freedom from that storytelling mind to really be present and be able to appreciate what's here and now. It's so, so beautiful. Paula, this has been amazing. I could probably talk to you about these things for a really long time. Is there anything that we miss that you think is important for parents to hear about attachment, and for parents of whatever age kids?
I think what you want to really do is you just want to really look at your children once again with love. When your children are older, they'll say to you, Mom, why are you looking at me like that? Well, because they will. Because they notice it. They notice when you're looking at them with love, and they're like my daughter will say, Mom, why do you have that look on your face? You know what I mean? I want to just say, stay present, enjoy the moment. It's such an honor to be a mother. It's such an honor to bring somebody in the world. And it's such a joyful time. And I think that if we get caught up in too many other things that, let's say, take away from that joy, we miss the whole process. And once again, it's like now I walk through my house, my children are grown, and I walk through the house and I go by their bedrooms and I think, wow, did I really raise my children? Did they once really live in this room? Because, when you look ahead 18 years, it seems like a long time. But when you look back, it just goes by in a second. So kind of bring it to the moment right now, because it really is a moment.
Catch new episodes of the Mindful Mama podcast and other free resources, including the Mindful Mom Guide at mindfulmamamentor.com. You can listen to every back catalog episode, including interviews with Dr. Dan Siegel, Ianla Van Zant, Sharon Salzberg, and get meditations, join our private Facebook group, and more. Go to mindfulmamamentor.com now. I'll see you there.